Hi guys, so today I wanted to show you how I cover up all of this pimply mess. I woke up like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, don't really know. Didn't really check the time when I woke up. But so I wanted to show you how you can turn all of these little thingies into flawless looking skin. So first thing, if you have glasses, take your glasses off because you need to get to the skin. And you could either wash your face or you could just like wipe it down with like a cleansing wipe. I have these little wipes that I found on sale at Ulta. I'm just gonna use them. They've been alright. I don't really know how I feel about them yet, but alright. So I'm just gonna use the Essence pad. But so no matter what you have around, at least wash your face before this so that you can have like the cleanest surface to work with. Even if you are applying makeup, you should be washing your face before you do it, because then it kind of gives you just like a clean slate to start with, and it's just a lot easier, trust me. So I'm just gonna wipe all around. Ooh. A lot of times when I wipe my nose piercing, they kind of like slip out, but whatever. So now that your face is clean, you're gonna want to put on whatever moisturizer, whatever that you have, or if you have like a whole routine with your skin, like some people like to do toners and all that stuff. I'm gonna show you, I have this thing. It's a microderma roller or something like that. I got this from Target. They have it in like the section with all the beauty stuff. I don't know, I think it was by the tweezers. But I actually saw this Huda Katan in one of her videos. She was talking about her skin and she uses these, and don't ask me how it works, but it does. It like literally, so like I just go like all over my face. My hair got in the way, but like I just do this all over my face, and then you're gonna want to go here, all that good stuff. And I literally feel like it just freaking steamrolls over all of my pimples and everything. Don't know, but my pimples are a lot easier to manage when I do take the time to use this. So like you just kind of go over, a little bit on the eyebrow, sure, why not? And then here you want to go like an upwards motion, and then you do on your chin and over here, and then I go up and down on the nose. I don't really know if you're supposed to do the nose, but I do it, and I try my hardest to get like that little crevice, but it's really hard. But so this kind of makes like teeny tiny abrasions in your skin, I think it is. And then that way, whatever products you put on top of it, it actually gets the chance to really soak into your skin. And then it also, when you do this and you're making those really teeny tiny abrasions, you're promoting blood flow to the part of your face. So like that's why you do it all over your face, and it kind of just, I guess it kind of just makes you glow a little bit more, which is good. And then I also have this thing. So I forgot what this is called, like a jade roller, but mine isn't jade. But pretty much I use this to put my moisturizer on. So this is the moisturizer I've been using because I have eczema, and it says it's for body and for very dry. And probably body lotion is not the best for your face, but it's been working for me and it's been helping my skin. If you happen to have eczema, I highly recommend this, especially when you have like flare-ups and stuff. It just really helps. It really moisturizes, and I like it a lot. So this is what I've been using. So what I'll do is I will open it up. I'm almost like done with it already, but I'll open it up and use my finger, whatever, and I'll kind of just do here, here, and here, and then I close it back up. And then you put your hair back so it doesn't get in the way, and you kind of just steamroll it right on. And these, at least for me, they tend to just end up, like when they're sitting out in the house, they end up being a little bit cooler, and it feels so good on the skin. Just like the coolingness of it, it really, really feels freaking good. So you kind of just do this all over. And then there's the smaller end, which I'll show you. You can kind of get into like that under eye area, and sometimes like the crevice in your nose and everything. So I go like this, and I pretty much use this instead of my fingers. And it's a lot better as well, because when you use your fingers, you're also spreading whatever bacteria you have on your fingers and stuff. Which I probably should have said that in the beginning. Wash your hands too, but I kind of guess if you're washing your face, you'll be washing your hands as well, so. But like, you see how I can't really get into that area? That's where this would come into play. So you can kind of get all up in there. And again, I feel like this just like steamrolls all of those pimples, and like, I don't know, it's just magic. And then for the nose, it's a little complicated because my nose is very like curvy. So you gotta go up, down, try to get around, try to get around. So I went to my aunt's house, and she like has all this money, she thinks she's hot shit and like all this stuff. And I was like 9 and I was at her house, and she was like talking to me while she was getting ready, and she was like putting on her moisturizer, and she was like, oh yeah, you have to do this and you have to do that if you want to look good. And then she was like, oh yeah, and you always need to moisturize your neck because you don't want to end up having a neck like your mother. And oh my god, I was so offended, and I was like, what the hell do you mean at the time? But now that I'm older, I know what she means, and it is very important to get your neck, because when you're older, the very first sign that'll give away how old you are is your neck, because you can see those neck wrinkles. And like, you could try to get surgery for it and everything, it's still gonna be saggy. So don't forget to moisturize your neck. So now that your face is all beautiful and clean, you're gonna want to go ahead and find yourself a good foundation. So I recommend a super duper duper high coverage foundation, and the one that I've been using, that I was just like, I'm just gonna try it, I guess it'll be okay, it ended up being my favorite. So the one that I've been using that's been covering up everything like a goddamn dream is this freaking Huda Beauty one. And I know I already talked about her in this video, but I don't know what's in this, but it's magic. It literally covers up like everything. I'm not even kidding. You'll see. So what you're gonna want to do is you get your foundation and you get your beauty sponge, and I know mine is all dingy and dirty, and it was originally orange. Can't really tell, but anyway, so you're gonna want to get these two things. These are the ingredients to the secret recipe. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna use my glasses as a headband because we're too cheap to buy a headband. So you're gonna want to take this thing. I do kind of like half pumps because I don't want to just do like a big giant thing of it, so I kind of put it here and here and here. Oh, it didn't come out there. A teeny one on the nose. Oh, that was bigger than I thought. And there. You're gonna want to, I'm gonna be not looking at the camera, I'm gonna be looking at the viewfinder, so sorry for that, but I need to know what I'm doing. So you're just gonna start pounding that shit on and then get it up in there, which I also have a concealer, but this is the most important part, I promise you. Gotta get beat. And so this was my problem area right here, and look at that, just goes right over. That's crazy. And I'm also gonna say that you're not gonna wanna just put a shit ton of foundation wherever your problem area is, because then it's just gonna end up being more noticeable, which I know you can still see it right now, but just wait for the magic to happen, okay? And I'm probably the only person on earth who does this, but I honestly do not mind my foundation being lighter than I am. Maybe that's just the goth in me. But I mean, once you contour, once you put your highlight, once you put the baking powder, not baking powder, but the powder, and all that stuff, like, I don't really think you can tell much, honestly. And then don't forget, get right there, because at least for me, my nose is very red and you can tell straight away, like, oh yeah, your nose is a whole different color than the rest of your skin. And make sure we get even just now with just the foundation, like, I'm covered, bitch. So now if you would like, you could also add on your concealer just to put whatever highlights you want. I have the Jeffree Star one. I bought it for myself for my birthday and it was like the best time ever. At first I was like very so-so on this packaging, but now like I fucking love it. I kind of just put it there, and there. Sometimes I'll put just like a touch right here because I like when it's highlighted there, and like, ooh, little teeny tiny bit there. And if you want to do the forehead, you can. I'll just do it today. Touch there. And I actually really love using this concealer as like a prime for the eyes, whatever that's called, a base for my eyeshadow. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll do my eyebrows and then I'll kind of go right under and then I'll blend it downwards so that way I can use that as my like base for my eyeshadow, which I think I'm gonna go ahead and do now, which I haven't filled in my brows yet, but I will. And honestly, I never do face first, but it's just I wanted to show you guys for the video. Usually I will do brows and eye makeup first, so in case there is any fallout, which I generally don't have a lot of, unless I'm working with like super dark colors, but usually then I don't. But if I do, if there is ever the case of I have fallout from my eyeshadow, I don't want it messing up my foundation because this is a lot of work and I'm not about to have to fix it. Looking bright and awake. Ooh, who is she? Ooh, a model, who is she? Ooh, she's covered. Sorry, I'm just like really feeling myself right now. So now, like, most of the magic has happened, but now the real magic is gonna happen. So I also do the powder. So I have my brush, which I just do like a big giant fluffy brush just so I can get all over pretty much. And I've been using lately the Jeffree Star concealer, the Jeffree Star powder, just because I had gotten it for my birthday for myself and I really liked it. But I mean, any powder will really good as long as it's not like super like chalky looking. This one's translucent, though I do think it reads off a little bit like white rather than translucent, but I don't care too much. But if that's something that you are trying to avoid, is that whiteness, then I would maybe go with another brand. I know I have a Ben Nye one that's really good. The natural set, whatever, it's just a white powder. And I also know that, what's that brand? The orange one that's like in the big tub or whatever. You can find it in like Walmart and stuff. That one, I find it to be too chalky and it's very like as if like they didn't grind it enough. And sometimes I feel like if you wear it out, and especially for like a longer amount of time, you can just see that it's powder from like a mile away. It doesn't really look that great. So this one is a lot more finely like grounded or whatever, so I prefer this one. So what you're gonna do, I like to just kind of take my brush and flatten it, so that way I'm gonna get right in there, because if I take the big fluffy brush and go whoosh, it's just gonna get everywhere. So also, pro tip, if you are going out right after you do your makeup, do not wear your outfit that you're going out with when you powder. So usually I will do my makeup in my pajamas like I am today, and then I will change my outfit later, like after I'm done with my makeup, because you will get the fucking powder everywhere. So we're flattening, going here. I got just like that amount, not too much. And that's what I do so it's nice and matte. You can kind of see already it's radiating off a little bit like white. And then you're gonna take a little bit right here. I especially put it on my upper lip because I tend to sweat. And so now you're gonna wanna put some right over your problem area. But don't do too much because otherwise it's gonna just like magnify the problem. So you kind of just, you saw that? It was like fucking lightning. And if you ever put too much in there, you can kind of push, and it's gone. I also like to put it over here. And here. And there you go. So this is my face all covered. Like I said, my foundation is a lot paler than me, but I like it that way. So it looks a bit ghostly right now, and it's gonna look weird until you put the rest of your makeup on. But I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup, and I will come back to you once I have that on and show you the finished product and when I'm not looking so crazy. Hi guys. So, as you can see, no pimples, no nothing that you can really tell. Also, I'm sorry, I have the air conditioner on, but like, I feel like a magician, jeez. Like, because if you, like, yes, you can definitely still see the bumps, because it's a texture. Pretty much no matter what you do, you're gonna have that texture. But you can cover it up, and then when you do your eyes, when you do your lips and everything else, you honestly can't even tell where the pimples are. And yeah, so I think that's pretty damn good. So even in this lighting, which is like the worst lighting ever, you only really see like the bumps. You don't even see like the pimple itself. So that's pretty good too. In this lighting, you can't even really see it at all. So the goal is to paint your face and look like a new person. So I hope that this has helped you guys. I hope that you were able to use some of my tips and tricks to cover up your own pimples. And I hope that you all are out there looking flawless and fabulous. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah. Fucking powder everywhere, dude.